Hello, everybody, and welcome to Family Storytime. My name is Sam, and I'm joining you from the Central Children's Library today. And I have brought with me a brand new picture book that I'm very excited to share with you. But before we read together, let's go ahead and say hello with a hello song. And if you've joined me for Family Storytime before, you'll notice this song is different from the one we normally sing. So let's try out this new song together. We're going to start by clapping our hands to the beat for a song that goes like this. We clap and sing hello, we clap and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we clap and sing hello. Wonderful, friends. Next, we'll take our hand and we're gonna wave it, just like we're saying hello. We'll sing, we wave and sing hello, we wave and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we wave and sing hello. Fabulous. And finally, let's do a little bit of a silly one. We're gonna give our bodies a wiggle while we say hello. Here we go. We wiggle and say hello, we wiggle and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we wiggle and say hello. Great job, everybody, and thanks for singing with me. And now, let's go ahead and take a look at our book for today. Like I said, this one's brand new. It just came out in May, and it's called Catch. And you know, I see on the cover a child and a grown-up, and it looks like the grown-up has a ball, which is exactly what you would use to play catch. I wonder if they're playing a game in this story. Let's take a look. This one's by Trish Cook with illustrations by Ken Wilson Max. It was a hot, sunny afternoon. Mom and Kiana were playing catch. Mom threw a ball up in the air, and Kiana tried to catch it. Catch! But the ball was too big, and Kiana could not get her arms around it. No problem, said Mom. Let's find something else. I wonder what they'll use to play catch if they don't use a ball. They might try to look for something smaller. Let's see. Kiana searched. She needed something that was not as big as the ball. She looked all around the garden and then she saw it. Kiana found a berry. Oh, that is teeny tiny. I bet that'll solve our problem because look how big that ball is and look how small that berry is. I bet you Kiana will be able to catch this one. Mom threw the berry up in the air and Kiana tried to catch it. Catch! But the berry was too small and Kiana did not see it soaring toward her. No problem, said Mom. We'll find something else. What could we use that isn't as big as the ball, but isn't as small as the berry so that we can catch it and we can see it? Let's take a look. Kiana looked and looked. She needed something that was not as big as the ball or as small as the berry. She needed something in the middle. Kiana searched all around the garden until she found... Do you see what Kiana found? That's right, it's an apple. Mom put Kiana up on her shoulders and Kiana reached for the falling apple. Catch! But the apple was too hard and it hurt Kiana's hand when it came down. Ouch! No problem, said Mom. Let's look for something else. They needed something that was not as big as the ball, or as small as the berry, or as hard as the apple. This is getting tricky. Kiana looked everywhere, and then she found a balloon. Well, the balloon is smaller than the ball, it's bigger than the berry, and it's definitely softer than the apple. Do you think this one's gonna work? I wonder. Let's keep reading. Mom threw the balloon up in the air, and Kiana tried to catch it. Catch! But the balloon was too soft, and it burst when Kiana touched it. Oh my goodness, have you ever touched a balloon only for it to pop? That's a little scary, isn't it? Kiana looks shocked. No problem, said Mom. We'll find something else. Mom and Kiana searched again for something that was not as big as the ball, or as small as the berry, or as hard as the apple, or as soft as the balloon. They looked all around the house, but they couldn't find anything. Kiana felt a little sad. Yeah, it looks like Kiana is feeling blue that she can't play catch. I know, said Mom. Let's have an ice cream. I agree with Mom. I think if I'm feeling sad, ice cream will always make me feel better. When Mom put a big blob on a cone for Kiana, the ice cream was too slippery. Oh my goodness, look, that ice cream is falling down. It dropped and it dripped and it dripped and it dropped. Do you see that ice cream all over Kiana's dress and on the floor? The ice cream made a mess. Bath time, said Mom. I think that's a good idea because there's also ice cream all over Kiana's hands and face and arms. Kiana put her sticky hands under the cold tap and tried to catch the water. But it splished and it splashed much too fast straight through her fingers. Huh, that's true. It's pretty hard to catch water because it'll slide right through the gaps in your fingers. Maybe you should give it a try next time you wash your hands. I know, said Mom. You can catch some bubbles. That is so fun. Mom blew a soapy bubble. It moved so slowly, Kiana was sure she could grab it. Catch! But when she opened her hands, the bubble had popped and disappeared. That is probably what will happen if you grab a bubble. They're so delicate, aren't they? That makes them a little hard for playing catch. I can't catch anything, said Kiana. Oh, that sounds frustrating. She's tried very hard to find something to catch, and she's been very flexible, but it hasn't been working. Ugh, that is frustrating. There is something you can catch, said Mom. Something very special. It's not too big and it's not too small. It's just about the right size. Kiana wondered what it might be. Do you have an idea? Because they looked all around the house and they couldn't find anything. I wonder what Mom is thinking of. It's not too hard, said Mom, and it's not too soft. It's not too slippery and it's not too fast, and it won't disappear when you grab it. When you catch this, it stays with you forever and ever. Mom helped Kiana into bed. What is it? What is it? Kiana gasped. Throw it to me now. Kiana stretched out her hands and stood on her toes. And when Mom blew her a kiss, oh my goodness, look, that kiss is going from Mom's lips, woo, all the way to Kiana. Catch! Kiana caught it on her nose, and it stayed there forever and ever. The end. Wonderful reading, everybody. And isn't that clever? It is fun to catch a kiss blown through the air. Maybe if you're watching with your grown-up or with a buddy, you can blow them a kiss and see if they can catch it. And maybe they'll blow one back to you. And grown-ups, if you're with me, something I love about this story is that Kiana has the opportunity to learn through play. Through play, she's developing new skills, she's learning new concepts, new vocabulary, and she's able to do that through experience, which is a great way for us to learn because it's more likely to stick up here. So any new movement or play experiences that you can do with your child that allow them to learn through experience are going to be so great for building their skills and their vocabulary and much more. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and do a rhyme together that's going to help us learn some vocabulary with some wonderful movements. It's called This is Big, and we're going to use our hands to show all of the concepts that we're going to say. And it goes like this. This is big, big, big. This is small, small, small. This is short, short, short. This is tall, tall, tall. This is fast, fast, fast. This is slow, slow, slow. This is yes, yes, yes. This is no, no, no. Very nice. Let's do that one more time so we can get it in our bodies and our brains. Here we go. This is big, big, big. This is small, small, small. This is short, short, short. This is tall, tall, tall. This is fast, fast, fast. This is slow, slow, slow. This is yes, yes, yes. This is no, no, no. Very nice, everybody. And thank you so much for joining me for Storytime today. Before we wrap up, like we always do, let's go ahead and sing our goodbye song. And this one's the same as it always is. We're gonna take our hands and wave them just like we're waving goodbye to a friend. And we'll sing a song that goes like this. Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, my friends, goodbye, my friends, goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, friends. Thanks again so much for joining me for Storytime. I hope the rest of your day is filled with books and learning and so much fun, and we'll see you next time.